Yes.
Pros and cons of living in Belgium. If you're contemplating moving to Belgium, you have a lot of wonderful things in store for you. Belgium certainly has a high quality of life, significant social nets, and high-quality public amenities. This small country has what it lacks in size, in qualities such as the ones earlier mentioned. You can add to this the straightforwardness of the Belgians. However, living in Belgium can present certain challenges, just as there are challenges everywhere. In this video, we'll take an honest look at the pros and cons of living in Belgium. They'll surely aid anyone who wants to move to Belgium in making a sound decision. Let's begin with the pros of living in Belgium. The pros of living in Belgium. 1. Good living standard. We begin with the standard. The high-quality living standard is one of the pros of living in Belgium. The UN ranks Belgium high in this regard. The exceptional quality of education, healthcare, and cultural practice collectively contribute to the good living standard of living in this land. As we shall see later, Belgium outperforms other countries in income, education, housing, civic engagement, and life satisfaction. This is apparent throughout the country as you move about. To some people, this is the most crucial reason to move to Belgium. Immigrants from lands outside Europe, especially from third world countries, will quickly notice this and jump to the first opportunity to move to Belgium. Compared even with developed countries in Europe, the overall quality of living standard in Belgium is covetously great. 2. Affordable housing. Housing in Europe is generally quite expensive, on average, so you can't expect the kind of housing price you have in the United States and Africa. In Belgium, however, housing is quite affordable. In larger cities in the country, such as Brussels and Antwerp, it is possible for you to get housing options that are as little as £1,000 a month for rent. In smaller towns or villages, you may even pay considerably less. Official estimates put housing costs in this country at 52% cheaper than those in the United States, while it is significantly less than the surrounding countries. 3. Nature is beautiful. If you want to live in a country with beautiful nature, move to Belgium by all means. Most areas there are well maintained and attractive. The streets are clean and full of public amenities, and highly safe spaces for everyone. Communities in this country prioritize huge investments in ensuring that their neighborhoods are clean and orderly. Walking in Belgium's streets is pretty much like walking into a museum because everything looks historic with stunning scenery. Belgians take that culture to their respective home, ensuring that all efforts are put into making their homes look good both on the outside and the inside. They cherish decorations on the porch, on their windows, or elsewhere for the people walking to see. 4. Good job opportunities. The rate of employment in Belgium is among the lowest in the world. It's almost impossible to be jobless in this country, unless you're choosy on the matters of job. There are job vacancies of all kinds. Search across just any industry of your choice, and if you're qualified, you're almost certain to find a job. Even job opportunities abound for both skilled and unskilled labor. One interesting thing about Belgium is that you don't have to know the Belgian language before you get a job. There are jobs available for even English and French speakers. 5. Excellent healthcare system. The Belgian healthcare system is certainly one of the best in the world. No matter where you go, you can expect to find the right care for just the type of attention you need. There are several options in Belgium for healthcare coverage, including private insurance through your employer. It's even more interesting that the country offers subsidized healthcare. In other words, while the treatment isn't free of charge, it costs substantially less than usual. 6. High-speed internet. Last but not least of the pros of living in Belgium is the high internet speed. Belgium certainly has a well-developed internet infrastructure. Hence, we don't expect you to be surprised that Belgium is ranked 6th in the world in terms of speed of internet connection. The average internet connection speed in the country is actually higher than the global average. One source set the average internet connection speed in the country as 36.71 megabits per second. Internet providers generally offer download speeds of between 30 megabits per second to 1 gigabit per second, and upload speeds of between 10 megabits per second to 75 megabits per second. Not long ago, a speed test conducted revealed the average download and upload speeds in Belgium to be 125.5 megabits per second and 16.6 megabits per second, respectively. Now, let's look at the cons of living in Belgium. The cons of living in Belgium. 1. High taxes. Tax rates are high in many European countries, and Belgium is no exception. However, its tax rates are among the highest in the European Union. Don't be surprised if between 25 and 50% of your income is collected from you as taxes. While these high tax rates are meant to fund public services, such as excellent healthcare, schools, and transportation, it can be tough for newcomers to Belgium to adjust to parting with such a significant portion of their earnings. 2. Traffic. This serious con of living in Belgium has defied all efforts. For one thing, there are too many cars on Belgian roads, especially in cities like Antwerp, Ghent, Charleroi, Liège, and Brussels. We learned from the figures from one of the country's traffic authorities that 19.1% of the cars in the country are owned by individuals, which is about 26,440, while 112,056 are owned by enterprises. Surely, the car ownership rate in Belgium is high. Though electric cars are becoming popular in this country, hybrid currently make up about 8.9% of the vehicle fleet, greatly crossing the 530,000 mark. The last time we checked with the authorities, 537,817 hybrid cars were in the country, giving an increase of 43.4% over the figure of only 375,107 in 2022. All that translates to incessant traffic congestion on the road. 3. Very expensive. Like many other countries in Europe, the cost of living in Belgium is high. You don't need a soothsayer before you understand why Belgium is very expensive. We earlier discussed that tax rates here are so high. This is being felt everywhere in the country's market. Food, utilities, and transportation, for example, are so expensive that many Belgians sometimes cross international lines just to do their weekly shopping. This is a serious con of living in Belgium. However, a lot of people are of the opinion that such a high cost is not an aberration, since the country also spends a lot to maintain the beauty, healthcare, and other attractions we discussed on the list of pros of living in Belgium. Thus, a single person expectedly has his living cost up to 1,639 euros per month, depending on spending habits and accommodation. An average meal at an inexpensive restaurant can cost 15 euros. Your laundry will cost at least 7 euros per ounce. If you add all that to the cost of owning a car, which includes using gas, the expenses become higher. Even the high-speed internet mentioned earlier is pricey. 4. It's depressing. It's difficult for some people to integrate into Belgian society. This is due to the fact that Belgians can be very reserved. This is why expats view them as unwelcoming or cold, though this is largely a misconception. The fact is that many Belgians are welcoming to foreigners. Still, many people don't know this, and they still have a difficult time establishing their footing into Belgian society. Subsequently, newcomers to the country sometimes feel isolated, and it can be depressing. In recent times, sadly, there has been an uptick in anti-immigration sentiment. This is particularly evident with regard to non-white or non-European immigrants. Besides this, the weather can make the country depressing. Most days are usually gloomy and rainy, as well as unpredictable. You can see the sky with a few clouds, hoping that it's not going to rain. You may be surprised to witness a sudden change in weather with rain starting to pour suddenly. Belgium gets an average of 200 days of rainfall each year. This is a powerful con of living in Belgium. Ultimately, the decision to like or dislike Belgium rests with you. There are reasons to decide either way. Now, tell us in the comments section how you feel about Belgium. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.